Well, I didn't really notice that I had like any mental health problems until college. I have anxiety and depression, and looking back now, I think that that is something I still struggled with, more the anxiety part in high school. But it never really became an issue. I kind of used like the anxiety of wanting to do well in school and in soccer, like perform well, to actually like use that like nervousness about underperforming to do well. So it worked out that way. But then when I got to college, it was almost like it just got too overwhelming to the point where I knew I was anxious. I knew I was feeling depressed at some points, but it was affecting how I play. It was affecting my motivation. It was affecting school. And it just got to the point where I couldn't like not do anything about it if I wanted to be as successful as I had hoped I would be in college. The first step is I went to the counseling center here at Grand Valley. It was my sophomore year, I think the winter or the fall of, I can't remember which one, but I started going my sophomore year to the school counselor, and that definitely helped, just being able to go to someone. I was really embarrassed about talking about my mental health with everyone else or with any of my teammates. So going to someone who didn't really know me or didn't like know my friends, and it was kind of like a third party, that helped me a lot feel comfortable opening up and being able to talk in general about how I was feeling and why. And a lot of it was even trying to figure out why. That was my biggest problem, I think, was I knew I felt anxious or nervous or I would get depressed at some points, but I would have no idea like what was causing it. So going to see my counselor here at school helped a lot with kind of find those underlying problems. So talking to my counselor really helped me find the root of the problems, and even if it's something I couldn't necessarily pinpoint, like, oh, I get most anxious about this situation or this causes it, at least it helped me to be way more aware of, like, when I do start becoming anxious, how to deal with it or what I should look for, like early signs of it. So instead of becoming really anxious to the point where I feel like I might have a panic attack, it's something I can kind of calm down before. And talking to someone in the counseling center really helped me, I think, kind of like mitigate some of like the bigger stresses. And I think it also helped me to be able to talk about it with other people. Like I said, I wasn't really comfortable talking about my mental health with even my parents. Like I know my mom had and still has anxiety, and we've talked about it, but I just for some reason felt so embarrassed talking to her about my own mental health. And so after my sophomore year, I met with the school counselor the whole year. It was the beginning of my junior year, actually, so a whole year later, I finally was able to talk to my mom about it, talk to some of my teammates, and I don't think if I had gone initially to the counseling center that I would have been able to talk to anyone else about it. My trainer, actually, for the soccer team, Allison Reddick, she was a huge help. She was the first person in the athletic department that I went to, and still one of the only other people other than Mark who I've talked to about it. So they've both really helped me just not feel alone about it too, because slowly after I started talking to my teammates about it, we kind of, like some of my other teammates realized that it's a whole team issue, that a lot of girls in our team are having mental health issues. So being able to talk to the trainers about it, I think was really helpful to make it more of, okay, it's not just one person's problem, it's not just, you know, this other person's problem, it's actually something that's like a little bit bigger than, you know, a few individuals. So I think that also helped a lot. That's a good thing that, you know, a lot more people have mental health issues, but I think it can help you not feel so alone, and it can help people like realize that this is something like that's common to struggle with. I would tell them to get over the fear of feeling embarrassed or feeling like you're alone. Like you have to go get help, because every single semester, like I wanted to quit. I hated it. I hated it here. I hated playing. I didn't want to be here. And it finally took me to go get help and realize like I am really happy here, and I love my school, I love my sport, I love my team. But when you have other stuff going on, it's hard to see that. And I just wouldn't want any freshmen to feel like they can't enjoy their time here because of mental health issues. I just would tell anyone, go get help right away. And whether it's a counselor on campus, I actually stopped seeing my counselor on campus and saw someone off campus my junior year, which I think was personally helped me a little bit more. So no matter who it is, like you can go see anyone and there's plenty of resources within the athletic department, within the school, and even within like the community too. Thanks for listening.